must have been a bummer spending that 6 weeks doing that.
You know, honestly, Brian, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was like sort of like a kind of an interesting you know, I'll tell her. You know, I would really like to.
Yeah, we were past his birthday a few years ago. We visited you there.
Bigger.
Yes, I was invited to participate in this fabulous exhibit, so I'm very happy to be here. This walk is part of the 57 pieces I made when I came back from Japan a few years back, before the pandemic. And so this represents orbiting megatropolis losing gravity, geometric waves, vibrant field, and optic frequencies. I went to SpaceX and I was standing under the rocket that went to the space. It was a piece of rocket. And it really inspires me, and I was thinking about artist Kazimir Malevich suggested going into unknown territories. So this is where I went, and I'm very happy about it. I'm in the process making a lot of work for 2 upcoming solar exhibits. So that would be a wood. This is a wood piece. So what I do, I cut pieces, glue them, sand them, shape them, recently 3,000 pounds of wood went through my hands. So I cut a lot of pieces, totems. I want to bring a totem here, but it just wasn't enough time. It's only 2 days, and so I had to construct this for a while and then reconstruct, and the show is finished. And they can go at mila-m-art.com.
But let it always be known, like, between that and the Torino Plaza shade screen.
Standing right in front of him like, oh.
Got bunches.
They weren't on top of each other.
So far gone. So the car had all these came around the corner, this part there, and set up. My son, my
and they have stipends that they won't pay for people to do that. And then a lot of the people that their teachers is they through the schools sometimes they can get grants and be able to do that stuff. And then of course, you know. And so I've done a store. I've signed up for things and so again, for me it's a lot. I say this stuff. It's really good. Where is she? Yeah. She doesn't care about this. I think it's good. I think it is something you need to do it. It's challenging. I don't know if you're gonna I always want to try to get those young artists. They see.
This piece is a portrait titled Julie 2019. It's part of a larger project exploring the history of photography and film stocks, the history of Kodak as well. Looks a lot at what we expect of portraiture and leverages our expectations, namely immediate recognition of the subject is something we expect to see in a portrait, right? And goes against that, provides an opposition, right? We're inundated with images these days, so it's easy to mistake seeing for recognizing, and a lot of my work looks at subjectification, the creation and mediation of subjectivity, how we become individuals. So a key part of that process is recognition of others and others recognizing you. So I looked at how I could use portraiture to work with that, right? And I looked at the history of film and film formulations. When I was young, I would look through family albums and images. I'd see a couple of my dad where almost he looked like a kind of charcoal smear. And I didn't really know what it was. I was young. As I grew up and started working more and more in art and landed on photography as a medium, when I looked into the history of it, it had a lot to do with how films were formulated and the technical process behind that. So in thinking about that, I aimed to make a series of portraits that exist only in the shadow range. So it's the bottom third of an image, but there's a full tonal range. So when you look at it from afar, it looks like a black square, no detail. But as your eyes adjust and as you take a moment to look at it, you start to make out details and recognize the subject in front of you. The technical process itself and figuring out how to achieve it was quite difficult, but I pulled the first print from the series. It was an image of my sister. It's this image. It wasn't the specific print because I had a lot of calibrating to do, but that was probably somewhere in 2018, but it took quite a bit of time after I looked at the final product to realize I really needed to better understand the underpinnings of the project. There's a lot that it's exploring, and I wanted to be sure that I was approaching it in a manner that instead of looking for a single answer, a definitive answer, I was looking to ask better questions. So that took probably a year of just reading through different sociological and philosophy texts, trying to figure out this kind of play that happens and how we, like I said, develop into individuals, right? And better understand that to understand how it affects the work. You can find my work at brettwilliam.co, it's my website, or rangerfinder is my Instagram handle. You're welcome to email me, DM me with any questions you have. I'm happy to speak about the project.
Are you with TAMS?
No, City Torrance.
Oh, the Daily Breeze?
No,
Oh, the
just the whole city.
oh.
It's like their programming.
Oh, right on.
And they have channels around Spectrum, Horizon, and they also have like Facebook.
Have you had a good time?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Good.
Great, thank you. I see the background, there wasn't any reflection, it's not that, it's a real artist.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, I love that.
Yeah, different for me. I mean, to
Well,
be that bright.
I never have liked to look at the whole comic because I seem to get out of this space today. Oh, the light thinking, you are such a cooperative people. But,
Yeah.
we like that opportunity.
And I also think artists have always banded together to. That was in a gallery called Batman Gallery, and that was a gallery that was started by like 3 of the big artists. So it's always been.
After that was another one, and then downtown was a really tough place to get to.
Yeah.
I was on Omar, and there was more of a sense of democracy to it. People would actually, it would happen more because.
I mean, yes. You know, I do have it. Just execute one at a time. For little craft things, and I got her weaving and I'm not a mom yet, but and it's not gonna be forever. And it's not forever. No, she's not gonna be forever. I'm to remind her that. Yes. Goes to opening sometimes, and it's so funny. I really think that this work is about memories, and like it's funny because I'll go read the statement and I can think more visually than she can. Like, oh my god, her writing. But you know, she's only 9. Can I take a picture?
Yeah.
With you? Yeah. Maybe you're more. Yeah. It has to be something associated.
Are there steps you could go?
I don't know, done somewhere.